Good morning, I'm Denis Baburka, a student of Kletsk Gymnasium. I would like to present the results of our research, Cultural Exchange, Translation of Batleika placed into English, as a way of promoting Belarusian cultural heritage. Belarus has always been an open country, welcoming visitors from around the world. One of the priorities of Belarusian foreign policy today is the promotion of Belarusian culture abroad. Last year, we carried out research and proved that Batleika had always been a great way of reflecting Belarusian's national, cultural, and historical identity. Through the ages, Belarusian Batleika and the British Puppet Theatre have served for religious presentations, educated people, spread the news, entertained the audience, and played a part in transmitting values and behavioral norms. Bearing in mind the fact that Batleika helps to better understand our nation, we decided to translate some Belarusian Batleika plays into English to promote Belarusian culture in the English-speaking world. For this purpose, the translation peculiarities of Batleika plays into English were studied and analyzed. This point makes up the novelty of the research. Our hypothesis is as follows. Translation of Batleika plays into English may be conducive to the promotion of Belarusian cultural heritage. To substantiate this hypothesis, we carried out research. The object of the present research is Belarusian Batleika and British puppet show scripts. The subject of the research is the translation peculiarities of Batleika plays into English. The aim of the work is the translation of some Batleika plays into English in accordance with the discovered rules of translating scripts for puppet shows in English. To achieve the aim of the work, we set the following objectives that you can see on the slide. We studied the structure of puppet show scripts, we did a comparative analysis of the lingo-cultural peculiarities of the scripts, we singled out the translation peculiarities of Batleika scripts into English, and we translated some scripts from Belarusian into English. The comparative analysis of Belarusian Batleika and British puppet shows helped us single out the features that manifest the national identity of the Belarusian and British people. These features are found in plots, appearance, character, and behavior of the puppets. While translating scripts, be it play, skit, cartoon, or film scripts, the main task of the translator is to present the atmosphere of the original work and adapt the script to the mentality of spectators. It is important to adequately convey the spirit of the times, the place, and the relations between the characters. Both Belarusian Batleika and the British Puppet Theatre originally staged nativity scenes. The main purpose was to preach Christianity to the common folk. The language of this plays was simple. The structure of the nativity is more or less similar in both languages. The characters are also the same. They are Joseph, Iosif, Mary, Maria, Baby Jesus, Маленький Иисус, King Herod, Tsar Irod, and wise men, Mudraцы. When translating Batleika religious plays into English, the main problem we encountered was the knowledge of the Bible texts. Since the Bible is available in both English and Belarusian, the task was to find equivalents in the target language. Thus, we got the adequate translation of place names, Bethlehem, Bethlehem, Israel, Israel, of God's names, Иисус Христос, Jesus Christ, Господь, наш Спаситель, Lord, our Savior, and of biblical texts, Утёки в Египет, the flight into Egypt, Дары мудрецов, the gifts of the wise men. The distinct feature of religious plays, both in Belarusian and British puppet plays, is an extensive use of hymns. Translating hymns like songs requires super creative abilities of the translator. In our case, we assumed that it would be no great mistake if we changed the hymn in Belarusian for the similar hymn in English. This way we saved the atmosphere of the source text and recreated the aesthetic appeal to the target audience. This table illustrates our endeavors. Though we must admit that, utilizing this translation technique, we lost the flavor of the Belarusian hymn, its melodiousness and rhythm. Batleika is not merely a text, but also a performance, and like any theatrical performance, Batleika play must have a script. A script is a technical document and has to meet certain requirements. The script should introduce the characters, describe the setting, and include instructions. The scripts of both English and Belarusian nativity follow these rules as illustrated in the table. The plots of many Batleika shows develop around local legends and folk tales that have ample examples of concepts and notions unique for our country. Many contain words that are culture-specific. A lot of scripts call for songs, mainly folk songs. While translating legends and folk tales, we used the techniques that are normally utilized for any literary work. We used literal translation, «З'являться дівчина і є закоханий», and «The girl and her beloved one». Indirect or oblique translation, «Я нікому нічого ніколи не дарував і з усіма розправлявся». He never forgave anyone and often killed his peasants. Modulation and expansion. Долго еще люди яму на это место называли Клецковой. For centuries, local people called that place Kleckovo, belonging to Kleck. Equivalence, palm prints, and generalization. Господар, husband, mati, wife. In some cases, we had to apply transliteration. Klets for Klets, as in the legend about Kletsk. To sum up, doing the present research, we came to the conclusion that though Belarus and Batleika and British puppet show scripts have a similar structure, they possess their own unique features. These features are manifested in cultural and linguistic peculiarities of each nation. They refer to the realm of a culture-specific vocabulary, grammar, syntax, and semantics. Being aware of these peculiarities is vital for the translation of puppet plays from one language into the other. If a puppet play is translated in a proper way, it enables a foreigner to get acquainted with the traditions, customs, and culture of the other nation. Hence, translation of Batleika plays into English is an excellent way of Belarusian cultural heritage promotion, so the hypothesis of the research has been proved. The findings of the research prove its practical value and may be utilized in a number of ways. For one, they will definitely help understand the cultural phenomenon of Belarusian Batleika. It appears there's hardly any place online where you can find the scripts for Batleika shows. We were lucky to come across this series of books published in Belarus. The situation is different abroad. Type in the search field puppet show scripts and you get dozens of links. To change things, we built up our own website dedicated to Batleika. At the moment, we are expanding the list of translated Batleika plays, which we upload to our site. We hope that the findings of our work will inspire more Belarusians to do further research of Batleika in their local area and to promote our national cultural heritage. Thank you for your attention. You're welcome to ask your questions.